Have you ever wondered what it would be like if the Three Stooges were really trying their darndest to be terrorists? Well, here you go. Four Lions, released in 2010 and is directed by Chris Morris, who is also behind such other films like My Wrongs and The Day Shall Come. And this movie is starring Riz Ahmed, Kevin Novak, Nigel Lindsay, Ashir Ali, and Adil Akhtar. And the reason why we're talking about Four Lions today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my subscribers and contributors on this channel. Name the stars, you strike again with another great recommendation, a film that I have never heard of before, and I wasn't sure what to expect when this movie started. We have a bunch of terrorists trying to plan a hit, but then all of a sudden it was funny. And I mean, over here in the States, you even mention the word terrorists and everyone just starts clamming up and everyone feels sorrowful and gets depressed. But this movie was such a weird experience because we have a group of people wanting to commit suicide and do suicide bombings at big events, but yet it was funny. I can't explain it. A small group of four radical British Muslims are trying their darndest to become the best terrorists that anyone could be. Some of them are sent to terrorist training camp, and others try to start small revolutions in their small little community. But the group really wants to make an impact, so they decide to set up a suicide bombing at a local 5K run. And I think the main thing that makes this film hilarious and such a dark comedy is that they're terrible. Like, they're the worst terrorists you could possibly think of. So, yes, they have these evil and terrible intentions where a bunch of people are going to get hurt, but they also fail miserably at it. And it's funny because of that. I can't explain it. Now, I am not condoning suicide bombing at all. Please let that be known on this review and on this channel. I don't condone that. I don't, okay? But for the purposes of watching this film and reviewing it, I have to call it like I see it. This film's freaking hilarious. And I meant it in my introduction, like the Three Stooges trying to be the best terrorists they can be. This small little group is their own little Three Stooges. They keep messing up. We have the one leader of the group in Omar, played by Riz Ahmed. He's the one ripping on everyone and putting everyone down after they make a stupid mistake. You have Kevin Novak, who plays the idiot of the group. He's the simpleton. He's not the smartest person in the bunch, but he's very loyal, and he will stick with this group no matter what, because that's all he knows. Also, if you don't know Novak's work from What We Do in the Shadows, please check out that show. He is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Mo, I will turn you into a vampire after you fetch me the creepy paper. And then Nigel Lindsay, who also goes toe-to-toe with Riz Ahmed in their just dialogue back and forth and fighting back and forth. Whenever Riz Ahmed calls him out on his shit, he always has some type of excuse, even though you can see it calculating in his head like, oh shit, I got caught. Yeah, that was a dumb idea. But here's why, and here's what we're gonna do. Yeah! Don't you just love those people that never claim when they're wrong? They just keep doing the same things over and over and over again, and it's annoying. It's such a smart comedy that is capitalizing on a bunch of the fears, especially that those of us have over here in the States. Again, whenever you mention the word terrorist, everyone clams up and goes, oh yeah, they're evil. So in the opening minutes of this movie, when they're trying to do their own little tape, trying to convince people when they send it in that they're in some cave somewhere, when really they're just in an apartment building with a rug pulled over the windows. And they keep messing up, like they're off to the center and they want them to center themselves. They have a little AK-47 that's definitely like a little tiny toy. And they're like, no, it's my big hands. My hands are so big. That's what makes it look so small. It's a slow process, but the audience is realizing that, okay, this is supposed to be funny. Even though these images and these situations are images burned into young people's brains over here in the States that are pure evil and terrible, but I'm slowly realizing that we're using the hilarity of the situation and they're making it funny. And it is. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a very smart comedy. There's a lot of shaky cams, so it makes the audience feel like they're right in all the action whenever they're moving the bleach and the bags with the bombs. And now they're just making long strides because they have to move apartments because they were found out by someone, so they had to move to another shed. And in that situation, one of them trips and blows up and actually takes a sheep along with them. It's one of those moments where your mouth just drops and you go, oh my god, that's terrible, but that's also fucking hilarious. This movie is so confusing. It's so confusing mentally and emotionally for me, but in the end, I'm deciding that this is hilarious, and this was a really great time. And it's not all fun and games. There are moments that are very traumatic in here, where someone either dies or is taking themselves out that affects someone else emotionally, and they realize that, oh, now I'm alone in this world because someone who's been my friend for many, many years is suddenly not here anymore. And now I'm starting to realize the reality of the situation that I put myself in. So there are stakes. This isn't all just pratfalling, and it's not all just comedy. There is traumatic stuff in here too, and real raw emotion. I really dug this movie, but I'm not sure that everyone would get it if they watched it. And that's one of the great things about black comedy, is that it's so subjective that for a wide audience, it's really just you're throwing a dart at the wall to figure out, okay, how are people going to respond to this? Maybe everyone's going to absolutely love it. Maybe people just aren't going to get it and completely turn it off and forget about it. Me, I'm one of those people that I love this movie. I definitely could go back and watch it. I actually kind of want to go back and watch it right now. Name the stars. This was a great recommendation, and I can't recommend it enough for everyone else. I'm gonna give 4 Lions 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
So guys, have you seen 4 Lions? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.